perform such marriages. Intimacy, I cannot marry an Adventist and non-Adventist. I'm not allowed to do that. My license will be withdrawn immediately if I do that. Now, but some of you have a problem with that. That because utumi wari ane so bema bia na oba bia openo na wakofano. That's your choice because the church doesn't marry for you. But if you go and marry an Adventist, you don't expect as a Sabbath and a pa na ebejina say akwesini ama mumbrana yemfa munchre. Sorry, no. That's not our issue. That's not our doctrines. And so and you can find that in church manual, our church manual, page 154. Okay, thank you. So you find that number one, in terms of marriage, for example, we SD and Muslim, and I can't what is the trouble you have in your home, first, please? You want your child to go to church on Sabbath. Muslims also want the child to go to church on Friday. You have a problem. Okay. The other thing which, if you're going to marry, me as a pastor, it's not my role to tell you that you can't marry this or you can't marry that. That's not my role. So even if I see it, I'm not allowed to tell you that you can't marry A or you can't marry B. It is not my role. My role is to point out to you what I find to be a problem. And then I create a scenario and see how you can resolve that problem. Because if I say, marry the person or don't marry, and me, and you catch them say, "Mommy, worry no ma." I say, "I worry na you're telling lies." And if I say, "Don't do it" or "Do it," and then it happens, but Pastor, you are the one who told us to do it at counseling. You should have told us not to. So it is not my place. It is not a place of any pastor of our church to tell couples that they cannot marry or they should. If you are a trained counselor, it's not your place to do that. But what you can do is to create a scenario so that the couples themselves can engage in that scenario, and should in case anything happens, I call counseling, this issue happens. So let me create a scenario for you for an example. Money, three things in a essay our year. Number one, devotion to God, sex, and money. These three things, who did agree and never go? All right, we won't talk about deep into it, but maybe another time we may. So, for example, you are a saver. You save money, but he's a spender. Do you have a problem? A saver is going to marry a spender. Do you have a problem? What's the problem? Or the niskana got shoes, ashe. Any bag. I want you to be here. So if you save, Obaku a saver and Obaku a spender, you have a problem immediately because you're going to have a problem with managing your money. That doesn't mean that won't to me worry, but at least at counseling time, this thing should be pointed out to you. Say, these are two of you we are discussing, we are also seska. So once you understand that, and you go into the marriage, you know very clearly the issues that you face when it comes to money. All right. And then, there are so many grounds of divorce. Bible look at pornea, and we spoke about it last time, but today there are other grounds of divorce. For example, my husband snores. Oda. Oja wadiano. Amen. President.
Me say enye me man kwana yes ade no.
E ma see be oh okay. So one of you is snoring, and for 2 years udakura wonda. Onunkwa wakoe kokodene bi na. And then you get upset, say, because of snoring. Hallelujah. It may happens. Huh? Obey. Ubeman we are no more or da na wada. Mpacho bra. We na can say betra. Who dey bra? There you go. Okay, okay. Mike.
Me pacho na me say nipa ne so ya oba e ma ye mema ye nyina ye kwaso woda wonim de ekọ ba mo na woni na etina no oya no anyane no usida stage no cheche nda ite kakra anabutu ana ye say as time goes on obey used to for talk ra won na but we say wo dwane dia we dia esan but as no ye dia wo di jawa dia say e say that wo so na je mo divine but wo da kakra na wakoda kakra until we used to.
So we should get used to. Oh dear, opekura akoto we be man no maybe or no more better. See I friend co-boyd. All right. Now, so the grounds of divorce is becoming more broader. And in the SDA church, the 2 grounds of divorce, which is indecency, incest in the family, adultery, or violence in the home, and also leaving the home. So if you left your family for some time and you are not careful, then that will be a ground for which, and it can happen. You come here and your wife is in Ghana and you are not able to bring her, I say, because there is a need and intimacy is not there. And so after some time, you are tempted to, so it is something which we need to consider. The grounds for divorce is now very, very big. We spoke about pornea the other day, which comes from the word pornea, which is porn or pornography, which is related to sexual sins. But it is more than that. Say, he didn't tell you the truth. Say Bita Frache, na di ne nye adwuma. And now who anu ye na won say enye adwuma, what do you do?
No dia obetimi agya no.
Oh, the sister see your Bible.
Bible no mu fa he na ye se etisa wutimi gyae.
Ense pastor kasa na o kan se wan kan no kranchire no. Ehọ na asem ni nyina gina o. Se wo ware no na moti ho na se yare bi ba after marriage no na se yare bi ba na se be man ba sa dia. De ma me ka no ehodi. Enya fe na obegya no. Ne mom se wo kwa ware enum. Na se wo ho na be man na nka na hu dia to me no divorce.
Well, there we go. So, all right. So, again, here's another scenario where we have created that Nipano can't say it can't function. What if the woman is also not be able to conceive?